What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Element TD2. We are here with another achievement. Impenetrable Defense, Speed Mission 19 on hard without losing any lives. We have 36 points to spend. We don't actually spend them. We spend 32, I think, if my math is correct. We want Lightning 3 with Distant Thunder and Runic 2 with Sharpen. And Income 3. That's it. That's all we need. Alright, we place a lightning tower here, and we place a lightning tower there. And we'll upgrade this one. And we'll start the game. And once we can, we'll upgrade this one. That's a pretty good base to start with, I would say. And now we're waiting, right? So, Cursed Creeps, the bane of our existence. For a very long time to come. We are... Well, like I said, right now we are just waiting, for the most part. And right now we are waiting to gather up 2,000 points so we can upgrade this tower. Because that's going to be somewhat important. And, well, obviously you want to tackle important things, right? Because it's important. We can ride out this wave though, and save up a few more points, or a few more income things. And... what is it, gold? I think it's gold, right? And now we can upgrade. I kind of used the break where we were out of range to upgrade it, so we maximized the firing. And we will need a tower up here, and we'll need to upgrade it. Because we need a third tower to cope with all of the cursed creeps, because they are highly annoying. Limiting our firing rate here. And wave 5 is not going to be an issue. We do not really need to upgrade right now, so we can bank some more interest, increase our total income, make sure we have more than enough resources. This one will go down soon. There we go, that's the wave ended. And we can wait right now. Let's get the upgrade. So we have all of those on level 3 now, which is exactly what we want. And right now we are saving up resources again, right? Both obviously come down here, so having more defenses down here will become important. That is what we are working on right now for everything that gets through. And if we can upgrade soon, there we go. And this helps deal with everything that comes down here. So it is the next tower that you want to get. So far, fully focused on lightning towers. It's obviously a somewhat dangerous focus, but not too big of an issue. So far, so good. Can get a runic tower soon, but I am actually holding off for now. Actually, yeah, we can still hold off. We shouldn't be in a troublesome position. Yeah, we're good to go. Could actually place it up here. We could place it here. can even upgrade it. Fact of the matter is, after wave 10 we can relocate it, because we get our spent money back. Now we have one that goes all the way across here. We do reach it. Yeah, let's sell it and relocate it down here. Now this one is currently somewhat useless, but these two are very good. And I can live with this one being somewhat useless. This one has a good range and this one has a good range. I want to get a lightning down here. Yeah, it still gets some good fire and just not as much as I would maybe hope for. But this is still pretty good. So feel free to use relocation after the 5 waves. There's nothing wrong with that. Right now we're saving up, obviously we don't need that at level 3 yet. There's nothing that really poses a threat to us in that respect. Everything just getting shredded up here. So we can deal with that reasonably well so far. There's this death zone up here. This one gathering up a lot of damage. This one actually gathering up more kills. And we still don't need that on level 3, it's just where in case once we need it we can upgrade it. We have more than enough resources, but we bank so much interest right now that it would be a waste to throw away 2000 points that we may or may not need. And we don't need that neither. We have a runic here. That'll take care of that. So far so good. We've yet to lose alive, eh? Shields are a little bit annoying, but nothing outrageous. So far this build is doing its work. We are banking a ton of interest, which means once we need to spend we have the capability to do so on a much bigger level than we would otherwise have. So, especially when it comes to runic towers, which are very expensive. We can spend in pretty big amounts if necessary. And especially against enemies that have a lot of health, runic towers can perform admirably. Now we have the 3 lanes. So this one going around the outside and these 2 going here. So we certainly want this one. We want the runic here on level 2. And I don't really want them next to each other. Kind of want a runic here. We can upgrade that eventually. So we incorporate the runic towers now into our build to strengthen it. After a wave I will do the upgrade. So that now makes our overall map coverage a lot better. Lightning here would be pretty good. And for 2000 we can upgrade that once again. Right now we're not saving as much in the sense of gathering as much interest as possible. We have gathered a ton over the previous waves, so now we can be a little bit more open with our spending. Especially with all of the cursed creeps, it becomes somewhat important to not hold back too much on placing more towers. Because obviously the less towers that you have, the more vulnerable you are to cursed creeps, like we established at the start. The runics are in positions where they don't deal as much damage as we maybe could. But they are still a very important part of our build, nonetheless. We are now covering the flanks here a little bit more, to eliminate areas where we could potentially run into any sort of trouble. And this really is the only uncovered area right now. Everything else is covered pretty well, and obviously the income will rise once again so that we can also spend some here, and really most of the map is covered and will be taken care of rather quickly, I would assume. I don't expect to have any trouble anytime soon. Runics are basically there to finish off high HP enemies if something comes around. As you can see, they deal a tremendous amount of damage. So when something comes around, I fully expect the runics to provide the damage necessary to deal with that. But so far it looks like that is probably not necessary, but I never want to say never, so let's place a runic here as well. It kind of covers a pretty good variety of paths. The lightning effects are absolutely crazy, especially when you have such a tight network of lightning towers. The way they interact with each other is just outstanding. And there really isn't much area left that is uncovered, so to speak, by the runic towers now. We can cover some more area on the outside here, but generally speaking, a lot of area is covered and is safe. So we're on wave 25, so as long as this, yeah, we cleared it. We didn't lose a life. We did pretty well, I would say. Also got a very easy 4-star rating, so I hope you can do this as well. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, farewell.